Hey, what's up guys? Fryedegg here, and we're in my garage, my future garage gym. It's a work in progress. We don't have too much stuff in here yet, but it's good enough to start shooting videos and I don't have to worry about being in a LA Fitness or a Gold's gym in front of a whole bunch of people and asking permission to film. So here I am in my own domain. Yeah. Alright, jumping rope. We're going to go over the basics real quick. So first things first, I have a video about how to size your jump rope. I'll put an annotation to that right here. And that's first things first. You want to make sure you have a properly sized jump rope. And you want a quality one. Once again, I'm going to have links to the jump ropes I would recommend. And I'll put I'm going to put starter, medium skill, and advanced skill. I'll put those along with the ropes. And those also kind of go by price too. Starting is the beginner rope is one of the cheapest, the medium rope's kind of in the middle, and the advanced rope's the most expensive. But jumping rope's a very, very good tool, and it's one of the best things you can do for cardio. You know, it's better cardio than pretty much anything as far as, you know, like I believe, I'll see if I can find an article with the link in the description, but they say 10 minutes of jumping rope is equivalent to one half hour of running. So that's pretty good trade-off in my opinion. And jumping rope is one of those things that can turn any normal regular workout of weights or whatever you're into. It can turn any normal workout into a cardio workout as well. So for say if you're doing dumbbell curls, you could instead of doing your minute rest in between sets, you could jump rope for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, or a set number, perhaps you know, 70 skips in between each set. And that's going to keep your heart rate way up in that cardio zone. And you can do a full 45-minute weight workout and be done with your cardio. You don't have to do any cardio after that if you're still one of those people that splits your weights and your cardio. All right, your basic jump rope jump. For me, I like to start out with the rope. It's behind me right now, so I like to have it just dangle down right behind my ankles. Hold the handles at your side, and when you're jumping rope, you generate most of the spin from your wrists. So it's not a big arm movement, it's little wrist movement. And your shoulders and your chest and everything is kind of, they're in it, but they're in a very subtle way. So to start jumping, just start jumping. You can, you know, if you want to hop on one foot more than the other, whatever, just get that first skip in. And yeah, you can probably see from my arms, you know, like I said, I'm not like really going crazy in my arms. My elbows are in close by my side, which is where you want them. And my wrists are doing most of the spinning. Very, very subtle movements, like I said. You don't want your arms way out here either. That's inefficient. You're immediately going to feel a difference in the way your chest feels. So keep your elbows in tight. And next thing I might show you is the feet. So you guys can see what the feet are doing. Feel good, because that's the next important thing I want to say. All right, so to the feet. All right, guys, we're back. Got my camera changed. Sorry, I can't have my whole body in frame. I don't have the proper space here in the garage. But all right, so like I said, your feet are important, and how you jump is important. These are called, you know, these are called jump ropes, but basically you're skipping rope. I'm sure most of you have heard the term skip rope, and that's a little more accurate because when you think of in terms of your feet when it comes to whether you're jumping or skipping, this would be a jump, and a skip would be very, very small. And when we're jumping rope, we're aiming for that much, much smaller hop and or the skip. We're aiming for that versus we don't want to. we don't need you doing a 24-inch vert every time the rope goes under your feet. So that's going to come with time, and the only thing that's going to that's going to make your skip more proficient is jumping rope. So when you start jumping, you know, if you're a beginner and you start jumping and your hops are big, that's okay. Just keep skipping, keep jumping rather, and as your brain figures it out, your skip and your rope spin becomes more efficient, and you'll naturally start hopping better, skipping better, spinning the rope better. So that's something to think about early on, guys. And the next thing I want to talk about, now we're done with the feet. Oh, back on the feet real quick. Once you do get proficient at the regular skip, which is this, there's a multitude of other things you can do. You can do one-footed skips. You can miss like that. I jump rope for like 5 or 6 years and I still mess up sometimes. That's okay. You can do jumping jacks. Do lunges. I don't know what you call these. They're running plates. But there's a lot of different things you can do with your feet. That was what I was trying to show. Next topic I want to talk about is progression. Jump rope progression. So here's what I want anyone that's new to jumping rope, this is what I want you to do. You're going to set small goals. So you're going to first start off, I want you to have a goal of doing 5 consecutive skips. Pretty simple. Everyone should be able to do 1, so I'm not going to say do 1 skip. But your goal should be to be able to say, all right, I'm going to do 5 skips. So real simple, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 5. So you do 5 skips. And what I would do is I would do 5 skips and then take a 5 to 10 second break, whatever you're comfortable with, do 5 more skips. All right? And if you can go at that 5 skips every 5 to 10 seconds proficiently, move right up to 10 skips every 5 to 10 seconds. All right, now what this is going to do is, this is going to, I think that's 10. These small goals are going to help you to progress and not get super frustrated when you're, you know, if your immediate, you know, your first time jumping rope, your goal was to do 100 skips in a clip. You know, every time you miss, you're going to get upset. So we do small goals so we can actually accomplish things, and with that confidence we can scale up a lot quicker versus trying to go right into something difficult with a high rep range. So we're going to scale it like that. We're going to do 5 skips every 5 to 10 seconds, 10 skips every 5 to 10 seconds, and from there you can kind of pick your rep range. From 10, I personally went from 10 skips to 20 skips. And you know, 20 skips is just... Yeah, that was 20 skips. So I would do 20 skips and then rest 5 to 10 seconds and then do another 20. And then I would pretty much always go in, I would go in increments of 10 reps for increasing my goal until I got to 100. Once I got to 100, then I switched from how many reps I could do to how much time would pass without really, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't really be too concerned about messing up, but once I got past that 100 skip benchmark or milestone rather, then I would go full songs in the gym, 4 or 5 minute songs, and a lot of times I would not miss any skips. So once you get that 100 skip milestone was big for me, because that pretty much led to complete continuity. Like, you can jump rope indefinitely, basically either until you get tired, you just can't jump rope anymore, and once you get to that point too, like I said, I stopped ignoring when I would mess up, because my main goal was to be able to do a couple hundred skips just in a workout, and not have to. The idea is to not be stopping every 5 seconds because you're clipping your foot. As long as if in 5 minutes you have to stop twice to reset, not a big deal. So do those small goals, and once you get past once you get past the regular skip and you're past the 100 rep range, then I would say it's time to move on to different, maybe more advanced moves. Some of the ones I just showed you, but that'll be a whole video in itself that I'm not going to show here, because this video is about the basics, the basics. One thing I didn't talk about that I'll try to touch on real quick, because we're at the end of the video here, is you want to have good shoes. I would recommend some kind of cross-training type sneakers. I wouldn't really recommend like a running shoe too much, because the way the bottom of that's shaped isn't the best for hopping on your toes. So that actually, being barefoot's actually not too bad of a thing when you're jumping rope. It's just the surface you're jumping on then is kind of you kind of jump on a pad. But I know a lot of martial artists will jump barefoot on the mats, and that's actually really good. But so the right shoes. The next is, when you're first starting out, my highest recommendation would be, if you have at your disposal a aerobics room at your gym. That's obviously there's no aerobics class going on, or actually a basketball court too at the gym. Hardwood floor. Hardwood floor is tremendous in helping you learn how to jump rope. The natural springiness of the wood will really assist you in getting that bounce and helping you get your jump down to a skip, because that's what you want. When for your jump height, you want to go from a jump to your foot is coming off the ground just enough so the rope clears. So basically, when that's happening, you're not wasting any excess energy. You're jumping just enough so the rope can pass under your feet, and it comes down to coordination too. That when you get down to that fine of a skip. But all right, I'm starting to ramble a little bit here. So floor is important. Hardwood's the best. Then I would say maybe most gyms have that like rubber matting floor. So if you drop weights on it, it's not too loud. That's not too bad. The last thing I would probably recommend would be concrete, which is what I'm jumping on now. But I'm okay with jumping on this now because I jump very efficiently. But when you're just learning how to jump rope, this is one of the hardest surfaces, and when you're not landing right, it could be hard on your joints. So I wouldn't recommend even asphalt. Asphalt's better than concrete. Asphalt has a little bit more give than concrete. So concrete would be the very last option for someone just starting out. But find that hardwood. That's the number one. If you can jump on hardwood, you're gonna see benefits from it really quick. That's about all I can think of for some beginner tips. And like I said, having your rope the right size, and links to that's going to be back down in the description, and also having one of the right ropes. The ropes I will say right now in the video that are not good, bead ropes are horrible, leather ropes are pretty bad. Most like soft neoprene ropes, there's actually like some like squishy, like soft, those are no good. You want to stick to like either a silicone rope, which is like, basically rubber, like rubber silicone. A wire rope, which is one like this. Don't make fun of my pink. Or what's the last one? Wire, silicone. Yeah, really, I would stick to those two. I wouldn't use anything else. Anything else, if that's all you got, do it, but wire or rubber silicone. And having something with, here, I'll show you guys. Having something with ball bearings in the handle, see that spin? That helps when you're learning. That takes a little bit of the finesse out of your wrists. If you have a good spinning ball bearing in the handle. So yeah, once you guys get efficient enough with the single skip, then you can move on to the next video, which whenever I have it, I'll have it annotated here. It might not be right away, because I want you guys to start. I want you guys to see this and go ahead and start jumping rope. I'm also going to have a video about how to implement the jump rope easily in any workout. So I'll have a link to that either here or in the description. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to roll out all this fitness stuff. Let me know what you think, and I hope that was informative to pretty much anyone, you know, whether you have been jumping rope for years or you're new to it. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe as always for more videos. Yeah, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.